Yesterday, crypto saw its biggest liquidation event in its whole history, but has the bounce already begun, and what actually happened? Maybe it's just that Fartcoin was overpriced. I'm just kidding about Fartcoin, but that was probably a really good signal that there was some kind of froth going on in the market. But since we just saw the biggest liquidation event in all of history, maybe the leverage has been reset, and usually it gets dumpiest before it gets pumpiest. According to Ash Crypto, $2.23 billion was liquidated in the last 24 hours. It's the biggest in crypto history, even bigger than the crypto dump, FTX collapse, and the Luna crash. But Bitcoin was still sitting at 95,000 at the time of him posting this, and that shows you that most of the liquidation was probably from alts. That's why I was saying maybe it was Fartcoin. There was a lot of meme coins that were getting a little bit overhyped, and really if Bitcoin has any kind of retracement in that kind of situation, then altcoins usually have a pretty significant tumble, so I think that's just what happened. But as I said in my last video, if we didn't break down below about $92,000 or 90,000 roughly, then we were probably still in good shape and we weren't even in danger of putting a lower low in yet. So we saw this wick down there to about $92,000 and it found some support and has bounced for now, but it might not continue to the upside if we don't make it above this high that we just put in around $105,000. If we continue to the downside from here, then this could be a double top formation, and there's not much support down here below about 90,000. So if we break below there and start confirming candles lower than that, then we could come all the way down here to about 73,000 before we even see any chance of support. But like I said, we're not in danger of doing that unless we start closing candles below about $90,000. And unless that happens, in my opinion, this has just been a really great buying opportunity and it's nothing to worry about. Like Ash Crypto's post goes on to say, the cartels just want to shake everyone out. And as I always say, emotional investment is how you're going to get wrecked. So just don't let your emotions get the best of you and don't get shook out on some kind of a flash crash like this one we saw yesterday. The real thing that caused this shakeout wasn't just that meme coins were overpriced, they had to have a trigger to send them down. And I think that trigger was that Donald Trump actually did impose tariffs on Canada and Mexico. Donald Trump imposed 25% tariffs on imports from Canada, and the mainstream media and a bunch of stupid Democrats are trying to convince everybody that this is going to be a tax on the US citizens and not actually on the companies that are importing stuff into America. While it is true that technically tariffs are paid by the importer, what it really does is it disincentivizes people to actually buy Canadian products. And with the American people largely being behind Donald Trump, I think we're going to be able to just survive on American-made syrup instead of Canada's maple syrup. We do make maple syrup here in the Pacific Northwest. It's not like Canada is the only place that you can get the stuff. And Canadian bacon is just a really shitty version of ham. How often do you look at a product and it says it's a product of Canada? It's not as often as it is for Mexico. And honestly, I think it's time that we start supporting American companies again, because countries like Canada and Mexico have been having tariffs on our products forever, while we've just been letting them do free trade with us. It's not really free trade if we're paying, but they're not. And the US government has been taxing American citizens and just sending our money over to these countries as foreign aid. So yeah, I'm not really worried about some Canadian products. I mean, even if I was buying Canadian products anyway, I could just buy some American products to replace it. But who the hell likes Canadian whiskey anyway? Kentucky bourbon is where it's at, baby. What these tariffs really do is just disincentivize people to buy Canadian products, and that makes it to where American companies are more likely to make a profit, and it cuts into the revenues of companies over in Canada. So in the long run, it actually does hurt Canada. But just like this post on Mostly Peaceful Memes says, if tariffs only hurt the country who places them, then why did they put tariffs on the US as retaliation? Justin Trudeau announced that they're going to be imposing a 25% tariff on American goods as retaliation, but we're just going to see how well this goes, because I'm pretty sure Canada buys a lot more stuff from America than America buys from them.
Tonight, I am announcing Canada will be responding to the US trade action with 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American goods.
And it looks like Trump has already made a deal with Mexico. As according to B&O News, Mexico says it's sending 10,000 troops to the U.S. border to help stop drug trafficking, and Trump has agreed to pause tariffs on Mexico. So Mexico realized that they don't want no smoke, but Justin Trudeau is a little bit too retarded. So I guess they're going to fuck around and find out, and they're going to have to feel some pain. Unfortunately, this all is putting a little bit of uncertainty in the markets, and this is really why everything has kind of been selling off. But I expect an announcement just like this one from Canada as well here, hopefully in the next 24 hours or so. Because if you ask me, I don't think this guy's got the balls to actually stand up to Trump or America. And once he sees that even Mexico already gave up, even though we import more stuff from Mexico than we do from Canada, I think this guy is going to fold up just like a lawn chair. And when he does, that's going to remove that uncertainty from the market. And I think crypto and everything else is probably going to be recovering in pretty short order. Plus, we've been getting a lot of really great news coming out for cryptocurrency, and Donald Trump has been keeping his promises to the crypto community. But like I've said so many times, this is an attention game, and with all of the tariffs and planes exploding and everything else going on in the world, nobody's been paying attention to what's been going on with crypto. But once they finally do and they catch up, they're going to realize that all of this great stuff has been going on behind the scenes, and crypto is probably very undervalued. So even if we do see some short-term hardship here in the near future, like Elon Musk and Donald Trump himself have said that we might actually see, I think we've still got some really great days coming up ahead of us, and any sell-off in the market, in my opinion, is a great buying opportunity because as Donald Trump promised, America is entering its golden age, and I think crypto is too. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Is Justin Trudeau going to fold, and have we already seen the bounce begin? Either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. But most importantly, don't forget to do only good every day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.